Hey. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wine and Wisdom. Yes, I am so excited. It is time for us to sip, savor, and elevate our minds. Yes, it is. Tonight's topic is unrealistic standards, how women break the chains of perfectionism. Now, I got to toast to that all day long because I can't tell y'all how often I have thought about, what I'm wearing, how I'm dressing, how am I presenting myself, making sure that my family is taken care of, making sure that I'm, taken care of. So there's all these things that we're always constantly balancing. And we have to be real about the fact that we do try to be perfect. We do try as women to balance equally all these areas of our lives, whether we're moms to fur babies or real babies, whether we're wives or not, whether we are, CEOs or CE not. There's constantly this battle to balance. So it's so important that we talk about perfectionism and how women really try to fit into a mold that's really not designed for us anyway, right? Now, with that said, as you guys know, anything that I share with you is from the heart. But if you connect with me, if you vibe with me and you're like, okay, you know what? I like what she's talking about. Go ahead and click the link for my Seen and Be Heard call. We definitely can connect. I can help you start to create your blueprint for your authentic self, whether you're dealing with relationships or whether you're dealing with career. It doesn't matter. A girl's got your back. But it's all about timing and being able to have someone in your corner that's going to point out the areas that you need to be stronger in, because sometimes we don't even realize that we have deficits because we're too busy hustling. All right. Now, again, I'm Dr. Carlia East. I've been in the game for over 20 years. I am an author. I am a psychotherapist. I'm an empowerment speaker, and I'm an unapologetic badass. I do not play. Okay. And at the end of the day, I create this platform, Wine and Wisdom, for us to do what? Sip, savor, and elevate our minds, because Lord knows my mind be tired sometimes, and I need to sip and savor like frequently. So let's sip on that. That's good tonight. All right. Are y'all ready? Let's get it in. We're going to talk about Emily tonight because Emily is a perfectionist. Now, Emily is known throughout her community to be a perfectionist. She is on point. She always seems to have it all together. She's ridiculously organized. She's meticulous in everything that she does. She is flawless in the way that she executes. She's always early, unlike me, to any event that she has. Her kids are always put together. She's gotten stellar awards for her performance and how she brings things to the table, and she's often involved in her community. Now, she's always, been a person that strives for excellence no matter what she does. It was kind of in her inherently. Like, how many of us can agree with that? We know in us inherently, something's greater. There's got to be something greater, bigger, wider, brighter for us. Some of us just believe that. We just don't believe that this is it, right? There's extra, there's more. And so like Emily, she's, she's in a relentless pursuit. So are we. We're constantly pursuing perfectionism. And for the most part, it serves us well. And for the most part, it served her well. She went years and years of, increasing on her job, increasing her pay, increasing her respect in her community, being able to be someone that's looked upon as having it all together. Like, how does she do all that? But as the years went by, her pursuit of perfectionism and having it all together began to take its toll on her well-being, all right? She constantly began to stress, because stress comes with trying to be perfect, because you stress missing the ball, right? What happens if I drop the ball? One time? What happens if they see the real me, if they understand that I'm not as perfect as I've worked so hard to present as? What happens? And we worry about that. We worry about it in here, and we worry about it in here. And so constantly being stressed, fearing minor mistakes would just kind of throw her off her balance. Her sleep was plagued by anxiety, anxious thoughts, failure, projects not working out well, deadlines not working out well. One evening while she's preparing for a presentation, something that she's done a million times over the past 10 years, she notices that her hands are shaking. Then all of a sudden she has a hard time breathing. She's been pouring over this forever. And now in the moment that she's rehearsing, ready to roll, she can't even get her words out. She is in full-blown panic attack. How many of y'all can relate to that, right? How many times have we been doing the cycle, right? Running through the gamut, doing the things we're supposed to do constantly, go. And then there's a big thing and we're ready for it and we're geeked up for it and we can't even get it out. I deal with anxiety frequently, and I think that it's a natural part of some of the steps, growth, development, transitions that we have in our lives. And so the problem is is when we don't deal with these anxiety feelings that we have in an appropriate way. Is when we suppress them or when we cover them, right? You know, I'm all about wine and wisdom, but in moderation. You can't drink your anxiety away. You can't drink your depression away. You can't pop a pill and some zipper hills and be all right, right? You need to do things. And sometimes, even with you using your organic herbals, that doesn't always work because your mind is constantly always going. So it doesn't matter what type of herbal teas you drink or baths you take or books you read. If your mental is still stuck in that idea of perfectionism, then you're going to look at everything as an opportunity to fail, which means you are stressing yourself out for no good reason when you know your shit. So what is that coming from? I can't tell y'all how many times that I have revisited and revised things over and over again. Dealing with perfectionism is not about others. It's about you. It's about you knowing your behaviors, right? You know what to do, yet you're still, kind of driven to question your answers because you're constantly trying to reprove yourself to new people or people that enter the room. Stop. You don't need to do that. What you need to be doing is, and here comes a nugget, y'all ready? Challenge your standards. Challenge your standards. I need you to really think back as to why perfectionism is so big for you right now. Why is it so important that you get this exactly right? Who told you that? Who taught you about that? Who said that if you didn't do it this way, you weren't right? Was it your mama? Was it your daddy? Was it your favorite art teacher? Right? Was it your pastor? Was it a fellow friend? Was it a coworker or a boss? Who told you that you needed to do more? Who made you feel that what you did wasn't enough? Who made you feel that if you fell or slighted or stumbled, that was the end of it? That was the end of it. Who made you feel that way? Because all of this comes from a feeling. You have to challenge your standards. Where is your baseline on perfectionism? There shouldn't be one because no one is perfect. When I tell you the good Lord made us all fallible, he really did. And all of us have flaws, and those flaws are beautiful, right? The cracks are necessary in order for the light to show. And so frequently we don't check ourselves. I need you to think about what's attainable, what's real. Is it realistic for you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and so forth in these 5 minutes? No. Is it reasonable for you to do A? Yes. Remember, this is your life. This is your time frame. You are not on anybody else's time but your own. So you cannot continue to manifest who you are, how you are, what you do, and how you do it based upon other people's expectations and their ideologies of what is good for you. You can't continue to swallow bullshit and misconceptions and ideologies of who you're supposed to be as a woman. Instead, just show up as who you are, right? Stop being defined by people's expectations. Stop being defined by your own internal thought processes of it's not enough. When I tell you you are enough, every single day that you wake up and walk into that office or walk into that boardroom, you are enough because you showed up, didn't you? Because some days I'd be like, I don't even know how I got out of bed. Sometimes I'd be tired, right? But you showed up. And so because you showed up, you're going to show out. So what if you didn't get everything done exactly the way you needed it to get done? So what if you needed to delegate or ask for help? That's adulting. That's being a real woman about yours. It's understanding that you can't soar by yourself, right? You need 2 wings to fly, not 1. And so we have to definitely check and challenge our standards, right? Striving for excellence is admirable. We all want to strive for excellence, but at what cost? You've got to stop costing yourself just to try to make a gain because you're losing the entire time. You're losing your identity, your sense of self. You're losing your connection with your kids or your parents or your friends or your community. You're losing your ability to relax and unwind and laugh out loud and not give a shit. You're losing that trying to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. Just be you. You're already freaking amazing. You already rocking the game. You already got the job, boo. Just do it. Just handle it, okay? Now, I hope y'all enjoyed them nuggets because I know I did. And when I'm talking to you, I be speaking to me because I got to give myself the same energy that I'm giving y'all. Listen, if you're tired of being ignored, if you're tired of not getting your price point, if you're tired of not getting the respect that you need, if you're over it, if you're exhausted with trying to balance work, life and family, if you're exhausted with trying to find ways to relax, but you can't relax, you're trying to find ways to feel proud and to celebrate your accomplishments, but you can't even do that because you're too worried and too stressed about perfection, or too worried and too stressed about imposturing, or too worried and too stressed about not being authentic every single day, you need to holler at me. You need to contact me, because I am about high achieving women who are having a hard time facing the challenges of the world that I know I have faced and continue to face every single day. But I face them and I power through them, unapologetically power through them, because I know who I am. And sometimes we get lost on who we really are when we're trying to find ourselves. We get lost on that journey because we end up looking for a person that everyone else has created instead of looking in ourselves. So I invite you to jump on the Seen and Be Heard call so that I can help you design your own powerhouse blueprint to be seen and be heard in every room that you walk in. On this call, we're going to talk about how you prioritize your progress over perfection. Set realistic standards and expectations for not only yourself, but the people around you, and reframe your mistakes and failures as opportunities for growth. Because anything that sets you back is just simply setting you up for a comeback. And so it's time for us to get going and get moving. Ladies, listen, I have enjoyed sharing wine and wisdom with you. Let me get my glass because I need to sip on that. I did good tonight, okay? I know we are stressed. I know we're balancing all these different things with our families, but we have got to take time for self. We have got to realize that it's time for us to invest in ourselves. You are spinning your wheels, spending money on things to make you be okay, but you're not investing in the things to actually make you okay, all right? It's always been a blast sipping and enjoying and elevating our minds. Again, I am Dr. East. This is Dr. East Speaks. And until next time, continue to embrace your individuality and also be unapologetically authentic in every way. Until then, you guys take care. I'll see you next week. Bye.